What up with you dudes? What's up? I don't like the red one today. Blue one? Yeah, there it is. Relationship goals. Hey, did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world? And if you did, was she crying? No way. Did you happen to see the most beautiful girl walk out on me? Tell her I love her. Tell her I miss my baby. Oh, won't you tell her that I'm sorry? Hey, if you happen to see the most beautiful girl walk out on me, just don't pay her any mind. Good chance she'll walk out on you too. Good chance. Being alone ain't so bad, but it can get to you. I mean, you could be alone so much that you don't want anyone, and that's not good. That's probably not healthy. It's probably not socially healthy, but it's probably physically very, very, very healthy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all statistics show that that's probably a very, very healthy way to live. But lonely kicks in, and society says, you should have someone in your life. There should be someone in your life. And it's just like, The Bible says, a man who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's if a man who finds a wife finds a good wife. Hey, what's up? Somebody just joined. Because you could find a wife and she could be a royal pain in the ass. Or you could find a wife and she could save your life. Like she could stop you from doing all kind of stuff that you used to do. It was just unhealthy, but you couldn't stop because you didn't, you were just like, nobody really loves me. You know what I'm saying? Man who finds a wife finds a good thing. Is it the best idea to marry the prettiest girl that you know? Probably not. Pretty girls come with a price. They come with a price. Pretty people come with a price because they're pretty. Everybody wants them. You can have a stunningly beautiful man in your life, and you ladies will be doing everything to keep him away from every other female out there. Yeah, but to no avail, it probably won't work. Why? Because the numbers are against you. Some women have even resorted to letting him have, one other person. Like, look, I get it. You're beautiful. I'm lucky to have you in my life. And a bunch of these, tricks want you. So what I'm going to do, instead of trying to keep you in a cage, is you can pick two of them. Matter of fact, I'll pick two of them. Women really doing that now. Been doing that. They'll be like, you and you. I know because it happened to me. I was one of the, ones picked for the husband. So story time. All right, so this is 20 years ago. I went to a club, right? I'm all in the club. That's how they answer the club. I was at the club, right? I wasn't really there to pick up a chick. I was just there to, kick it. Hey. I didn't really belong there because I shouldn't have been living that life. But, you know, I was young. I wanted to go out. So I have an affinity for dark-skinned women. So I see this gorgeous dark-skinned chick. And, you know, she kind of rolled up on me like, what's up? And I'm like, is that a rhetorical question? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so we get to talking, you know, while we're dancing. Little conversation. She was like, spin around. I was like, wait, what? She was checking me out from head to toe, front and back. So she's like, turn around. Let me see what you look like. And I was just like, is this an auction block or something? I just thought it was weird, but I was just like, okay, you know, did my little spin, came back with the Michael Jackson, you know, I was cool about it. But then I knew it was something was up. So she gives me her number, says, call me. And I'm like, okay, like, when's the best time to call you is what I always say, because you don't want to call somebody when it's not the best time. And she was like, call me anytime. When a person says call me anytime, I'm thinking, for one, I'm a night owl. So I'm like up at 2, 3 in the morning. So I'm like, look, what's the best time to call you? She's like, no, call me anytime. I'm like, okay. So I call her reasonable hours, give her a call. And it was like maybe 7 o'clock at night. That's reasonable. You know, she's home from work, whatever she's got going on. And a guy answers the phone. And I'm like, can I speak to Erica? And he's like, yeah, hold on. Boom. Gives her the phone. I'm like, okay, who was that? She was like, my husband. I was like, wait a minute. I shouldn't have hung up the phone, but I was so curious to what's the buzz tell me was happening. And she was like, my husband. And I was like, okay, but she was gorgeous. So I was like, oh. So they invite me that night out to a drive-in. Who goes to the drive-in anymore? Like I said, it was a while ago. So they invite me out that night to the drive-in. And, you know, the husband is a white dude. She's pitch black. This girl is gorgeous. She's black, gorgeous, beautiful girl. And we're sitting on the back of the truck watching the movies. I'm like, this is actually cool, you know, because I didn't expect anything. But I was like, wow, they invited me to a drive-in. I just thought that was super dope. You know what I mean? So I'm enjoying the drive-in. Well, you know, we're all sitting. It was summertime. We're all watching a movie. And they're getting it on like right in front of me. Like pretty much in front of everybody. But, you know, and I'm like, okay, my mind is not on sex. My mind is actually on the movie. I'm like, yeah, what? Damn, titties. You know, I'm like, okay, what's going on? That was their way of introducing me into what was really going on. They were just like, you know, we're not even going to talk about it. We're just going to go for it. And so pretty much he was like, listen, I used to do stuff back in the day when I was in the service, yada, yada, yada. So anyways, one thing led to another, and I was just like, okay, I see what's going on. So basically, the wife was new to the whole game, but the husband wanted the wife to be satisfied in any way possible. So he sent his wife to the club to find someone to that she digs. It's like, I'm your husband all day, but you can go to the club and find yourself somebody. And if I think he's cool, you think he's cool, you can invite him up here. Y'all can knock boots and whatever. I mean, it got to the point where he was trying to find me a job because I wasn't working back then. He was like, what, you need a job? You can come work with me. Like, they were trying to take care of me in order so she's fine. Like, she was like, look, I'll have your baby and everything. It was the most craziest. She was like, yeah, if I get pregnant, that's fine. I was like it blew my whole head that this was actually happening to me, you know. And I was just like, wow, like she's like, if I would have got her pregnant, she's like, I'm okay with that. Like, they would have took care of the kid, everything. Just be around And like I'm calling her at work. She's like, call me at work, call me at home. Every time he's calling me up, like, hey, my wife wants to come over and can we come pick you? Like it was like that. I was like, wow. It just blew my whole mind and I couldn't take it. So I got out of it. I got out of there. I was like, you're gorgeous, but you're married. And I would rather have my own wife than be doing all this. So it just didn't work for me because I really, man of God, it just didn't work. My whole personality was going and chick to be married to. You know what I'm saying? And why can't I have my own dark-skinned, lovely? So I was jealous, I was just like, damn, this white dude got this beautiful chick, and I can't find a woman to be faithful to me. So I just wanted to tell y'all that as far as relationship goals go, it was a hurting thing to see and to go through. But she had no problem, and I wasn't the only guy that, she went after. I actually knew another guy. I actually met him on some financial business type of stuff. And, she was like, yeah, I know him. And I take it. And he was tall, dark skinned too. So I think the same thing happened to him. They propositioned him in the same way. And it just didn't work. Like those things, it's just not good. You know what I mean? And I ended up, I talked to him for a minute. He was a cool dude. He was just like, yo, I'm a financial planner, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't even know that I knew them and that we all, knew each other. So it was just wild, man. I wasn't in it. It was like God wasn't in it. It wasn't, I didn't belong at the club. It just, eventually I got out of there. So I just wanted to tell y'all one of those stories because the world doesn't change. Like that wasn't the only time that happened to me. And if I go back out to the club, the same thing will happen. Like the world and worldly people, that's how they live. They live on those edges. They try to break those barriers. They're not a bunch of tyrants out there. These were just regular working people, but they had a little strange thing going on when it came to sex. But, the Holy Spirit was just like, nah, you don't need to be doing this. And I was in a fight with the Holy Ghost because I was just like, look how fine she is. You won't give me one, but you'll give this dude, this goofy dude one, but you won't give me one of these. Like, you'll give me a bunch of chicks. Like, I can't blame that on the Holy Ghost. But I'm just saying, I come across a bunch of chicks who just didn't want to be married. They just wanted to sleep with me. And it put me into a situation to where I'm thinking, this is all that there is out there, And then, when you get somebody like, this chick that come along and was like, I'll be your wife, not wife type of thing, which is really what was happening. Like they were really trying to take care of me. Like, we'll take care of you, yada, yada, yada. And it was just really weird because I couldn't find just a wife on my own, but somebody else's wife was willing to take care of me. It just bugged my whole head out. And that happened to me on more than one occasion. And relationship goals, man. I just thought I'd tell you all that stuff. Not on a motor. I don't go through none of that. That's because I don't go out. I know that some of the same stuff will definitely happen to me if I start running around in these clubs. These women who are married will latch on to a single man, especially a single man who doesn't have a girlfriend. That was that's the biggest allure to these women. You don't have a girlfriend. There's nobody in the way. I can always come over. I can talk to. I can always have, and it's a very selfish thing because it's like I have my husband and money and status over here, but I got this dude who, living in the hood. I can go down and just be a completely different person with this guy. And I'm telling you, it's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing for anyone, but nonetheless, it happens and it keeps happening. And then what they do is they burn you out. because you're the person who wants a relationship, and then they give you all this attention, everything you need, money, they're your friend. And when they're tired of you, they go find somebody else at the club, but yet they keep their husband. And it's just like, don't live like that, because they're not interested in you as a person. They're only interested in what they can get out of you. And I'm just being straight up with you guys. That's just things that happen to me on a few occasions. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And that's when I stopped going to the clubs, because I kept meeting the same women. And I was looking for more. I was like, yeah, you fine. Let's hook up. Let's be girlfriend and boyfriend. Let's eventually grow into something. It's like I'm married. And sometimes they don't tell you for a minute. And then you're all hooked. And then you're all Carl Thomas. But she belongs to someone else. And I wish I never met her at all. Someone else. And everybody was singing that song because it's true. That's how these chicks they get down. They still do that. You just like, geez. I mean, they'll do everything for you except leave they do. And you're like, you're the other guy. You got to realize that. Now, some guys are cool with that, because there's no responsibility. But the problem is, if you're seeking the Lord and you're living that life, you can't serve two masters. There's a danger in that life. And if you die while you're living that life, then guess what master's house you're going to go to? And that's not a place that you want to be. It's definitely not where I wanted to be. So this is why I got out of it. So I was like, this is not the way I want to live. This is not the master I want to serve. And it's hard because, they're feeding your flesh what your flesh wants. You don't want to be alone. You want somebody to talk to. They give you all of that except all of them. You get all that. They'll give you money. They'll feed you. Hell, they'll pay your rent. They don't care. You can have money. They'll still be like, what, you need help with something? Yeah, all that. Be right there for you. But they will not leave their man. Young brothers don't get into that. Old brothers don't get into that. I mean, I'm only 50. You know what I'm saying? There are plenty of chicks who will come at me if I get out in this world. But you got to be careful of that. That's not the relationship goal you want. It's flattering, but it's also a trick. You're being played, and you can get in big trouble with God and with somebody else's. I got into the mix with this chick who was, I think I was like 25, 26 years old. And this chick I worked with hit on me. I was like, okay, like, whatever, let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I was like, all right, cool. She was cool. She was older than me. She was in her 30s. And I was flattered by the fact that, she hit on me. Her mom was cool too. Her mom was a cool person. And, I'm thinking nothing of it, no big deal. And then eventually she said she's married. Once we're all in the throes of passion and, in it for a couple of weeks. She's like, yeah, I'm married. I'm just like, wait, what? She's like, but I'm separated. Because I was like, why? Like, where's your husband? She's like, I'm separated. So I was like, all right, you're married, but you're separated. I'm thinking that's fair game, right? She said every now and then he still comes over here. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. How long have you been separated? She said, I've been separated for like 5 years. And I'm like, but yeah, he still comes over here. She said, yeah, when he comes over here, he'll throw a rock at the window. And she's like, I also date this other guy. He's a truck driver. And I'm just like, what's the dynamic here? Does your husband like this? Is he or is he not your husband? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on here? But you know, I'm 25, and there's this older woman who is on me. And I'm, you know, I was exercising, running you know what I'm saying? I was strong and all that. Oh my God, I was just filled with so much testosterone. I didn't want to hear anything. I was just like, you know what? You know, if he comes over here, then I'll deal with it. But as long as you're going to let me come over here and listen to Hall & Oates and chill out, eat, and stuff like that. And I only lived right down the street. I was like, you know, we work together. We live at, I could walk to her house and all that. I said, I don't have no problem with coming over here, you know? And she said, well, if he ever comes over here and you're here, there's going to be a problem. And I just didn't understand that. I was just like, why don't you tell him to leave you alone? She's like, I have, but he won't leave me alone. I'm just like, then why aren't y'all just married instead of playing marriage? You know what I'm saying? You're dating another person. You guys been separated for 5 years, but nonetheless, you're dating these guys, but you're warning them if your husband comes over, then there's going to be a problem. Is you is or is you not married? You know what I'm saying? So I'm messing around with her, for, you know, because we worked together too for like a couple months. And then one day, there's a noise at the window. Throws a rock at the window. She was like, that's my husband. And I'm just like, oh, snap, right? So there's a door to get in, and then you walk up, and then there's an apartment. Told you, did you see the Pacers fan with the racist LeBron t-shirt and making him look like a big lick monkey? No. Nah, Jones, I didn't see that. Damn. But did you see the cover of great show, Tom? Jay Edwards. Thanks, Jay. Did you see the cover of King Kong with the white chick, and then the cover of Sports Illustrated with LeBron James and a white chick look exactly alike? They've been calling LeBron a monkey. That's nothing new. Sports Illustrated been calling LeBron a monkey. I mean, and when you put the two up to each other with the Sports Illustrated and then the King Kong illustration, it was the same damn thing. The same damn thing. It was some white chick next to LeBron, and he's bouncing the ball with his mouth wide open. He's like, and then they did the same thing with the King Kong and him. I was like, come on, LeBron. But LeBron is like, shoot, I got my money. I wish you need to look up that picture, man. They've been calling LeBron a monkey. You think he cares? He's like, fine, call me a monkey. It is ridiculous. But he knew that they was calling him a monkey. That's nothing new to him. He knew that. In a recent interview, he said that it's hard to take the high road. And he's been doing it for, 13, 14 years. He says, but I'm going to keep taking the high road. Yeah, you taking a high road because you know they calling you a monkey. You know they're criticizing you, but they're paying you. They're putting you out there as a setup so they can say, as long as we pay this monkey, he'll be a monkey for us. They've been doing that. I mean, Sports Illustrated, come on, dog. You can't tell me LeBron didn't know that that was going to happen, and or after it did happen, he come on. Nah, got to give the Pacers the business tomorrow. I say the Pacers win. I say the Pacers win, so LeBron can have that Cinderella story again. Remember the 3-1 deficit? No team has ever came back from a 3-1, and that's exactly what the hell he did in a championship. Not last year, but the year before, 2016. No team has ever came back from a 3-1 deficit in the finals, and he did. I say let the Pacers win one more. Go down 3-1, then come back and wipe the floor with them. That would be more logical to me. I know it's the first round, but look at the ratings. I mean, listen, okay, let's do this. Would you rather have the Pacers lose tomorrow and it be a 2-2 and then watch game 3 going, it doesn't matter who really wins, game 3. and then speculate about, or I'm sorry, not game 3, but I guess it'd be game 5, and then speculate about game 6, saying, okay, it's going to teeter-totter, and then go all the way up to game 7, teeter-totter. I would be telling people about ratings, but nobody believes me. Yeah, tell them to look up the Nielsen ratings. Yeah, they were talking about the NFL's Nielsen ratings and how it dropped. Basketball ratings are going to do the same thing. But would you rather that, or would you rather it be Pacers win, Pacers up 3-1, LeBron has to do something, and then LeBron go in there and just blow the doors off him for the next 3 games? I'd rather LeBron go in there and blow the doors off him for the next 3 games, just to show what they can really do. At least you would see some fireworks. Right now, it's just boring. They win 1, we win 1. They win 1, we win 1. It's not a big deal. Well, who says that he had to do all the winning? Who says that Rodney Hood, Love, JR, and those guys couldn't come alive? Korver. You notice how most of the game is on the inside? As soon as they start playing the outside game, it's going to be lights out. They know the deal. Kevin Love knows the deal. He scored 13 points in the first half. He scored 3 points for the rest of the game. He played 38 minutes. Too busy messing around with them Kardashian witches. Them Kardashian witches will mess up your whole head. The dude is 6'10". I don't know why he's not playing. Put him in there and bulldoze somebody. Take out Oladipo's knees. Do something. You're 6'10". Why are you sitting here looking at us and we're losing? I don't know. I really don't know why he's not being played. I have no inkling whatsoever. That's the basketball gods doing. But it's weird to me. It's really weird to me. This dude's a young, good athlete. Why is he not out there, doing something? People are talking about how Cavs are hard to watch and how, the rhythm that Cavs has is just so frustrating. I'm glad I don't watch the show, because I would be frustrated by watching the Cavs. I would be like, are you guys good or are you not? It's the same. Are we going to play today or are we not? LeBron James has, how many points he have? 38? 28 points? He had 28 points. It's like I was telling in the last live I had how LeBron at one time scored 61 points in a game. And somebody went on and commented and says, "You sound stupid. When did LeBron ever score 61 points in a game?" And I was like, when he played with the Heat, he scored 61 points in a game. And when he played with also with the Heat, he scored 52 points in a game. How come it's legal to panhandle in some states and it never gets talked about, but in other states people complain about begging for money? Well, when it comes to the league, that's a weird switch, but when it comes to the legality of panhandling, panhandling falls down to taxes. So when the police want to get rid of panhandlers, they can't really stop you from going and asking people for money, because charities do it all the time. But that money is recorded and reported. A panhandler doesn't record or report their money. So it's tax evasion is what it is. So when it comes to the legality of it, in some states, you're saying Okay, somebody can walk up to you and ask you for $1. That's one thing. But if they're walking up to people every day and asking them for $1, it depends on, for one, where they're doing it at. If they're doing it on private property, that's called solicitation. So this is how they stop some panhandlers. You're not allowed to solicit here. Just like you're not allowed to go and hand out a pamphlet anywhere. You're not allowed to go into a mall. All malls are privatized. So if you walk up to a mall and start handing out information, the mall police are going to come out and tell you to leave because it's private property. It's solicitation. You're not allowed to do that. But you can walk up to somebody's house and say, hey, here's a pamphlet, or can you give me money? That's legal. Nonetheless, it's the amount of money that you collect. So and I don't know what that amount is, but if you collect a particular amount of money, you have to report that. So it's not that it's illegal in some states. It's illegal for you not to report it. I don't know. I don't know if that satiated your question. Panhandling is a business. Begging is a business. They're professional beggars. They're professional people who go after lottery winners and beg them. Yeah, I see that too where I live. And they have a business. That's a business. Those guys, okay, so here where I lived, at one point, down where the campus is, there were so many people that were begging, they were bothering the students. So the students complained to the police. Well, the university complained to the police. So they couldn't stop you from walking up and asking for money. So what they did is they went after them as far as taxes is concerned, because they found out a lot of them were not poor. One guy would be begging at one time, the next thing you know, he had on a bunch of new clothes. I've actually seen that. You know, or they would jump into a nice car. All of those guys who are begging, they're out there because they pull on the heartstrings of the people, and the people feel sorry. And they're like, hey, I got an extra 50 cents. I have an extra $1. But let's just say that, you know, they're out here at intersections, and then you're looking at the busy intersection. In this intersection, statistically, let's just throw up some statistics. Within an hour, there are 100 cars at one intersection. Fake bellies with pillows. Really? Oh, you guys are serious out there with the panhandling. Let me tell you who are masters at panhandling. You ain't seen panhandling yet until you go to freaking England or Paris. That is funny. If you ever go to Paris, you'll see a syndicate of gypsies, literal gypsies, Persian gypsies, and they are masters at panhandling. So, okay, here's what I saw. So we come into the train station from the canal, England to Paris, and when you come out, you do your whole money trade. As soon as you walk out of the train station, you're going to see like an 11-year-old kid rubbing his stomach. And he's going to be asking you for money, but he's going to be doing it in another language. So he'll be rubbing his stomach and he'll be asking you for money. And people fall for that because it's a child. But if you look past him, probably about maybe 100 feet, a woman asking people for money, and she'll have a baby in her hand. She'll just be, those two are related. It's either his son or a brother or sister type thing. They're all related. If you go further down the street, within eyeshot, you'll see a guy sitting on the curb playing a guitar. That's the dad. And then if you go further up into the McDonald's, which is right around the corner, you'll see a woman with another child who looks just like the other woman. They all look the same. all the same complexion, all same height. It's like, wait, didn't I just see you? No, it's two different women, two different babies. The babies say nothing. Like the babies, like it's like, is that a, you think it's a fake baby? It's a real child. So she'll walk up to people and put her hand out in the McDonald's. So what the girl did was she walked up to us and we were just like, no, she was speaking in another language. They do that on purpose. They all speak English. So what happened is the McDonald's manager recognized her and he told her to get out because the McDonald's is 2 floors. So he found her downstairs and he's like, get out. So she gets up, she gets out, and 5 minutes later, she comes back into the store, right? Into the McDonald's. And I'm just like, she was just in here. So this chick walks up to an African girl. This African girl is feeding her child. The woman walks up to her and was like with her hand out. And the African woman is very nice. She's like, no, I'm like, this food is for me and my child. I got to feed my child. She was like, and the chick is still insinuating, I need to feed my baby. And the African woman is, for 80 cents to catch the bus, go across town, get a $900 check, told him, you get the $900, then you don't need it. Right. The next day, he asked me again because he forgot my phone. Right. Yeah, it's a whole scam. Yeah, I've had people run that game on me too. Yo, bro, can I was like, I was about to ask you for money. Especially if they're young. It gets on my nerves. Young brother too, yo, bro, I was like, nah, I don't. You're 20 years old. My back hurt every day. You got fresh knees. I mean, you can run a mile a minute. You better get out of here and go and work some damn where. All the work I put in. So nonetheless, so the chick runs out the store, right? Then she comes back in. She's talking to the African girl. Then young dudes are lazy. So then it gets to the point where this chick is almost raising her voice at this African girl, and she's arguing with her, trying to get these French fries off of her. These 2 other African girls see her, and they threw like a piece of paper at her for her to get out. And she sees them, and she ignores them, and she keeps asking the African girl, woo, that was a mistake. Both them black chicks stood up. The mom didn't even have to stand up. She didn't even know these 2 African girls. These girls stood up and beat this woman out of the store, was smacking her in the back of the head so loud. Bow, bow, bow. They was beating the hell out of this chick. They beat her out the store. 5 minutes later, she came right back in the store. That is begging. And then when we got on the bus, guess what we saw? The same chicks. It wasn't even on the bus. We were on the train. We were just like, wait a minute, G. We just saw this girl. It was another chick. When I say they have a whole set, that's what their family does all day, every day. That's how they get plenty of bread. You know why? Because of the tourists. We got on the train. We were just like, didn't we just see this chick? And the balance this girl had, a moving train, she wasn't holding on to nothing. She walked up and down the train with a baby in her hand. Same baby. I was just like, is this I thought it was a Teletubby or something. Like, is this a damn doll? No. All of them got these kids. And I mean, her balance was exquisite. Like son, you ain't seen begging until you saw that. It was the best I ever saw. I was like, I see how y'all get money. Like, that's their modus operandi, day and night. They're like the Jackson family. Everybody works in the Jackson family. I've never seen nothing like that, son. But when them black girls beat that, when they were yelling at her, they were smacking and cracking her in the back of the head. Plow, plow. That woman didn't cry. That baby didn't cry. That woman didn't make any noise. She took that ass whooping like it was nothing. She didn't fight back. She didn't nothing. She just took off, went out the store, and then came back in later. Like 5 minutes later. Like, I just got my ass whooped. I'm used to that. Came right back in, went right downstairs and started begging again. Like, I need to get my cheese, baby. Hey, okay, fine. It's real, son. It's real over there. Like you ain't seen no begging until you seen these girls get down. It's a dude here. We go, oh, wow, but he found a wheelchair. Blocks track. Oh, son, that's wicked. That's wicked. I wouldn't give him a damn dime. Yo, he blocks track. He's like, you can't get by unless you pay me. Yo, son, that's illegal. Yo, you know what I do? I'd be like, fine. I'd be like, I'm gonna call police on you. And everywhere he went, I would follow that dude. And I would make sure they know that this crooked bastard is out here doing stuff like that. I'd be like, yeah, now what's up? I'd park my car. I'd be like, all right, let's do it then. Pull my phone out. Be like, this is the nigga right here. Yeah. The police don't care. Jeez. You gonna let me pass? Yo, son, you gonna let me pass? You might get, son, if I got to get out my car and you trying to extort me, yo, we might get into a fight. Yo, I'm telling you, I might have to whoop his ass and take his wheelchair. Like, I would be nice to him at first, but if he asked me for money and try to extort me, well, yeah, he a taxpayer. That's a lot. But, yo, it's like asking me for money is one thing, but trapping me, telling me I can't move, yo, I'm telling you, if I get out the car, you know what I'm saying, you telling me I got to pay you, I'll be like, yo, son, don't do that. Because I'm going to pull this baseball bat out the back of my car and I'm going to whoop your ass for real. All right, now you can ask me for money and, for a, sandwich or something. I'll go get you the sandwich. I'm okay with that, but don't try to extort me because now you taking it to a whole nother level. I can't do that. I can't do that, son. You're not going to just take my money. Yeah, he don't care. He get his ass ran over messing around with me. Oh, you don't care? You sure you want to deal with this Tahoe right here? Because you're going to be under the bumper of it. Man, he'd be getting out my way. I'd be like, get out my way, Black. I'm trying to tell you right now. I'll probably ease up to him real slow and then hit the gas. Hit the gas. Yo, this is what you wanted. This is the game you wanted to play. You wanted to play with a 4-ton vehicle, and try to block my way. And I'm just trying to, I got stuff to do. If I got to get out my car, I'm going to wrestle you. I'm going to put your ass on the sidewalk and, we both going to jail. Let's go. You want to go to jail? Let's go to jail. Damn right, Diz McGee. I don't partake in any of those. He get hit, but he still come back and do it. He just don't care. I'm going to send Tiz McGee down there to North Carolina. He'll handle it. McGee will be like, where he at? Yo, he needs some prayer, man. He needs some love. He needs the Lord to send some angels to help him out because he's going to end up dead. Okay, so there's a story like that here where this dude, he was in his 40s. And what he used to do was he would be downtown. We used to have mad panhandlers downtown. We ain't got them no more. He'd be downtown and he would walk. It's funny, but it's not funny. He will go act like he's driving a bus. So he go, can I have a quarter? And that's what he would do. Oh my goodness. Why did he get hit by a bus? One day I ain't see him and I was like, what happened to the bus dude? They said, yeah, he got hit by a bus. I was like, dang. Wow, bro. What elevator is that? In the building elevator? Damn, bro. Damn. And make it so bad he get $1,500 a month. That's more than what I get. I wish I was $100 a month. He coming up. If I had $1,500 a month, I'd be straight. I don't get nowhere near that. Niggas and flies, man. Damn. That's foul as hell. That's foul, bro. That's foul, man. I can't deal with all that. Damn, he's just a nuisance. He won't go away. I don't know what to say about that. I was just down in North Carolina. I was down there last summer. They racist as hell down there. Is he a white dude? Somebody's going to end up hurting him for real, man. And his family rich? What his family do? Just joined. What's up? How you doing today? We just talking. What's his family do? Damn. I got homework to do, but I don't feel like doing none of it. But if I don't do it, I don't graduate. Like, it's my last 3 classes, but man, like this the stuff I was up doing last night. I have to write one of the hardest papers I've ever written. And I've wrote some 10-page papers. But this paper is only 2 pages long, but it's math. It's all mathematical. It's a mathematical breakdown of a healthcare center and their financial reports for 2 years, 2 different years consecutively. Accounting, I barely got through accounting. I got a D in accounting and I was happy. Oh my God, it's taken me almost 2 weeks just to write a page. It just, like, bro, I need some help. Woo! This is just not me. One of my classmates is going to be an accountant. 2 of them. I was like, man, they connect to old gold mining years and years ago. Wow. That's a good story right there. They were miners. Damn. Yeah, you know, Hollywood is deceptive. Hollywood will make you think, well, he just wants to be a bum. Hollywood will make you think that black people, the slaves, all the slaves that were, released, from slavery, free slaves and then free men, able to vote and all that other stuff, they'll make you think that they just all disappeared and the West was won by a bunch of crazy white people wielding guns and killing Indians. Just like, no. They'll make you think that the Civil War was all white people fighting. It's like, no. George Washington did this, that, and the third. There was plenty of black people who were along with George Washington. It's like our first president of the United States was a black man. It's like, can we cut the nonsense out? You know what I'm saying? That 1/3 of the cowboys were black people. What, you think most of those miners were all those coal miners were all white? No, there were a lot of them that were black. So and Indian. Like, you don't want to give the other races no props. America was built, by white people. It's just like, that's a damn lie. That's an all the way lie. You know what I'm saying? And we can prove it historically. There were plenty of black people who were farmers, but what happened was the government, what the government did once the government was well established, what they did was they took away the land of the farmers by giving government contracts only to white farmers. White farmers' lands got larger and larger. They got all the equipment, everything. When black farmers went and applied for these government subsidies, they didn't get any, or they got very little, but most of the time they got none. So eventually, you know, they have this small patch of land that they're trying to farm and feed other people. And eventually they just got swallowed up. They got acquired. And some of these people didn't want to sell their land, so the government had them killed. Yeah. Last person that happened to was 1991. The government wanted his land. The police wanted his land. They killed him and took his land. They just took his land. That was it. So, yeah. That's kind of terrible, isn't it? 1991? Really? You would think this would be like the 14th yesteryear. And they're still doing it. This is why you don't hear about a lot of black farmers or black cowboys. America's pretty terrible. Pretty scary place if you own something. There's a guy. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. $1 million of counterfeit $1 bills for 500 of real money. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If I got $500 in my pocket to give away, I'm doing good. To give away and it won't hurt me? Nah, I'm good. I got $500 to give away, which means I got more money in the bank. I'm cool. I'm good. $500, man, that suits me fine. That means if something in the bank right now, I can still pay my rent for next month. I'm okay. If my car breaks down, I got $500. There's a good chance I can get it fixed. I'm all right. You know what I'm saying? One of my relatives needs to catch a bus to get out of a situation. I can pay for their bus ticket. Yeah, I'm good. $500 means a whole lot to me. Not to mention, I don't need $1 million. I don't need $1 million. Nobody in my family needs $1 million. It's just, we're good. I still don't care. Okay, so when you say the police, you're talking about the when you're saying the police, you're talking about the police on one level, though. You're not talking about all of the police. You're talking about one set of the police. Because if you're talking about all the police, then you would be talking about the federal police also. And believe you me, the federal police will come after you. And that's some noise you don't want. Because if you do Fed time, you do Fed time for a long time. All right? No, you don't want those numbers. Be in Guantanamo Bay some damn where, be on that island. You don't want to do that. Nah. Now, the city police might not do anything. State police will, because the city police handling a bunch of other stuff. But the feds, hey, throw them ones. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that, bro. I can't play those games. That messes you up on a whole nother level, man. Counterfeit money, that messes your life up, bro, for real. Because feds always watch you. Any job that, like, even if you do get a job, it's just all bad. Like, I can't, that's a game I just can't play, bro. I can't mess with the feds. They mess you up for life, man. When the feds get a hold of you, they keep a hold of you. Like anybody who's dealt with the feds will come up and just snatch you for nothing. Listen, you can turn your life around. You can do a federal crime, especially when it comes to money. Robbing banks and all that. You could rob a bank, Stop doing it. Do your Fed time. Do your 10 years. Get out. Be a straight up citizen, and the feds will still be on your ass all day long. Plus, you can't vote. There's some government subsidies that you can't get. It's hard for you to find any job, especially in finance. You can forget that. You're completely blocked from any financial job. Any. You can forget that. No. That bro, you can't pay me to do that. You can't pay me. You get no government help. No, you rip the government off. So if you are out on your ass and you need some kind of government subsidies, welfare, or whatever, you're not getting none of that. Like, no, you rip the government off. Nah, you can't pay me to walk that tightrope, bro. You can't, because they come at you. I know some people who did some Fed time, bro. Listen, one dude did Fed time. He's like, listen, anytime they want to come pick me up, that's what they do. He says, I could be just sitting on my porch doing nothing. They'll just come and be like, come with me. Nothing you could do. They show up at your house with guns, and they're just like, get in the car. And you go away for a year. You don't even know why. Why? Because you were a criminal who committed a federal crime, and we can come and do what we want with you. And nobody's going to say boo. Because you're a criminal. Like, in their eyes, once a criminal, always a criminal. Gee, I can't, you keep that money. I'll keep my regular $500. I can't mess with the feds, man, on any level. State police, city police, I'm not trying to mix it up with them either, because they're killers. They're straight up killing you, you know. If you, listen, if they haven't messed with him yet, but I bet that they told the feds who he is. Damn! Damn! I've never seen a fake quarter. I have never seen a fake quarter in my live-long life. And that's a new one on me. I don't want to go nowhere. Listen, I don't want to ride the bus next to this dude. We can't catch an Uber together. You know how you catch Uber and somebody else, you catch an Uber with people? Me and you can't catch an Uber. You can't. If I know who you are, we can't sit at the game. We can't sit at the basketball game together. My kids can't play with your kids. Absolutely. My wife isn't, eating tabbouleh salad with your wife. Listen, if your wife goes to a particular gym, my wife no longer goes to that gym. Point, period, point, dot, blank. Because there's a good chance your wife knows what you do. And you'll be talking to my wife, trying to get in her ear, getting me. And then here my wife comes and talking about, we could use the act, you about to get divorced. That you say one more word about it, you might as well sign the papers. You about to get divorced. Now say something. Say something stupid. Go ahead. I'm gonna leave you and your raggedy kids right now. Right now. Say something stupid. That's what I thought. Don't talk to her. Don't call her. Don't nothing. We struggle together. I would rather struggle together than get into it with the damn feds. Nah. No. Like I said, I know some brothers who got into it with the feds. It is never a beautiful outcome. Never. And they on you for the rest of your life, wherever you go. These federal cops listen, dude was like, man, they'll sit right outside my door. Who wants that? Like, yo, what's up? You federal agents? Absolutely. Who wants that, man? Nah. Me and this brother can't do nothing together. Nothing. He gonna get caught. He gonna get caught, man. I remember this story because I watch a lot of American Greed, and that's what's gonna happen with this dude. All of a sudden, you're gonna hear about whoever his name is, Michael Briggs. Next on American Greed, Michael Briggs was a regular person until one day, Michael Briggs decided to make counterfeit dollars. Where was his $1 million coming from? Next on American Greed. Yeah, I'm telling you. I watch too much American Greed to be greedy. Listen, American Greed is never going to come see me. I'm going to be like, what y'all doing here? Because I'm poor and everybody knows I'm poor. Difference between me and them is I'm poor and I'm happy. You ain't never going to come up here talking about some American Greed. You talking about un-American greed. Un-American no greed. Shoot. Nuh-uh. I'm okay with being okay. Listen, if I make $1,600 a month, I'm okay. Like right now, that's my financial goal. Do about 16. That's a lot of money to me. Couple months, I can go and buy a new hoopty. I don't need a new car. I got 2 nice used cars with nothing wrong with them. Shoot, I'm thinking about getting me like a 75 Dodge or something too. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about what I really want. What I really want is like a 76 or 79 Chevy Nova. That's what I really want. With a big, big block. I want a big block Chevy Nova. I had one before, man. I loved it. It was a gas guzzler, though. But I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Take it, repaint it, shine it up good. Well, the federal government doesn't like either one of them, but selling fake clothes. Okay, so there was a, there is a company that sells fake clothes. And the government knows about them. And the police have, been to their shop a lot of times, but the guy's like, I'm not going to stop selling. Because the Asians do it all the time, look at Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes recently got clowned on social media because, turn this light off. He got clowned on social media because, hey, what's up, legend? How you doing, man? Thanks for the sub, big dog. Busta Rhymes got clowned on recently because he had on some fake gear. There's this Supreme. He had on fake Supreme. Now, Supreme costs a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I think some Asian guy made Supreme. It costs a lot of money, and I don't know why people pay all that money to wear something that just says Supreme. But selling fake clothes in some area is it's frowned upon, but it's not as illegal as fake money. Fake money is just illegal any way it goes. I don't care if it's a fake penny. If you're selling it in exchange for regular currency, then it's fake. And the federal government and the Federal Reserves are all in your ass because of that. It's just not a good look at all. But yet you got people who do it. Counterfeit all day. I have nothing, man. When I say run from somebody like that, run. Because, okay, look at it this way. Okay, so I went to a bank, right? All right, so true story. I used to sell products online. I had a little online hub, and it's only considered fake because President's face is on. What up? What up, Sanchez? No, it. You mean how is the money fake? I don't understand the question. Like how is the currency made fake? We're talking about counterfeiting. Well, he's asking me about counterfeiting, and I don't know much about counterfeiting except what I look at on TV. But he's explaining that there's somebody in his area who's selling counterfeit money. and this guy will come up to you and say, "Hey, I got $1 million worth of counterfeit money if you give me $500 worth of regular money." That is a regular scam. There's people doing that all day long. And I was just telling them some incidents I know about. So that's what the F we're talking about. What do you want to talk about, McGee? Probably tits. That's what I told him. You don't do it. Okay, so here's an incident. Here's what happened to me once. I was selling like electronics online, like games, Game Boys and all that back in the day. It's like 10 years ago. And so when I started this online business, I was unaware of the pitfalls of it. So basically what happens is the Nigerians have a whole syndicate of scammers. So and now you hear about people who scam, you hear about the Hispanic people who got a scam game going on. The Hispanic scam game is so dope. It's hard to even catch them because they're not wide open. But the Nigerians game is so in your face. It's like, I dare you to do something. The Jamaicans game, they're getting shut down because they were just so stupid that, even the federal police are indicting people who are in Jamaica and then bringing them over here. Well, every third world country comes here, buys new product, goes back to the country and sells it. Yeah, that's legal though. Go look at China's people oh yeah, China people they got the whole game sewn up. Anything you make, China's gonna knock it off. Anything. I don't care what it is. You make a fake person, China will find a way to knock it off. For the fake iPhone, yeah, y'all better watch that. Them damn batteries is exploding. Y'all better watch that fake ass Samsung or real Samsung. Yo, and the thing about the Chinese people, when they sell it over here, it's coming in on ships, and it's just in crates and crates and crates of this. All these fake are hard to stop. So anyway, when I was selling these Game Boys and everything, so the Nigerians, at least because it's released. Yeah. That's how they get it. That's how they get it. So the Nigerians started emailing me and saying, "Hey, I want to buy 4 or 5 Game Boys from you." And I was just like, all right, cool. I didn't know it was Nigerians, but they had names like John Tom. It's just like John Tom. John Smith was a big one. Joe Smith. And I was just like, how come there's so many people with the same name? So they're emailing me and trying to get me to sell it to them. I'm just like, okay, I'll sell it to you, fine. Now, what they do is that once you agree to sell it to them, they're like, I want to order 5 Game Boys. They order the Game Boys, and then they send you a fake cashier's check. Now, like I said, I was new to the game. So what they do, they send you the cashier's check, and then you buy FedEx, right? So they FedEx it to your house. You take it, you open it up, and when they send it out, they're like, it should be there in 3 days. Go ahead and release the product to me. And you're just like, no, I'm not releasing anything. So they're fighting with you until the check comes. They're like, release it. You should release it. I'm going to call the police on you. And they're calling you all kind of names and release. And they're trying to get you to release the items to you before this check hits your door. So when it comes to your door, you take it. And you're just like, okay, I received it. You signed for it. They know you signed for it. They're really going in on you now. So then you're just like, something's not right here. So I took one of those cashier's check. I couldn't tell if it was real or fake, but I said, okay, I got your cashier's check. I'll release it to you as soon as it clears the bank. And that's when all hell breaks loose. They threaten your life. They want to freaking kill you. They're trying to do anything to get you not to put that check into the bank. And sure enough, so what I did was, instead of putting it in my regular bank, I went to a whole different branch, a whole different bank, put it in the bank, and I took $100 out of it. because you're allowed to take $100. It was a $4,000 check. And I said, I want to know if this is legal, or if this is a good cashier's check or not, or a money order. So I waited, and boom, a week later, they was like, this is a fraud. And I was like, how do you know? And they said, because of the routing number. And then one of them was like, you tried to fraud us. I was just like, I never tried to fraud you. Here's your $100 back. You know, I gave them $100 and I wrote out, they closed the account. Everything was correct. The bank, everything, except the routing number. And that was it. You know, and that happened to me twice. Then they sent me another check for $4,000. I took it and ripped it up. And I stopped doing that business. And I still have emails from those people. And this was 10 years ago. It's crazy. Yeah, the wheelchair dude is crazy. Yeah. So I'm just saying, man, like the Nigerians game, and they're making money hand over fist. Well, they get it off of the online businesses. You have to have a contact. Yeah, you have to have a contact. So they have to have a way of contacting you. You don't want them to give you your phone number. You don't want to do that. So they contact you and then they, you start the negotiation. And I didn't sell one product, not one. And when I saw how big the scam was, I closed my account. I was uninterested in anything anybody had to say. I didn't want to hear from another Donald, another Tom, Jim Smith. I was like, nope, y'all not getting me on that, bro. Nope, no way. Because I would, and the thing about it is, if I would have released the product to him, then I would have owed the $4,000. $4,000? Okay, recently I tried to sell one of my computers, and this is why that experience was so good. Because when I tried to sell one of my computers, one person emailed me, and because I was trying to sell it online on Craigslist, they emailed me and they was just like, do you take cashier's check? And I was like, no. Because I already knew what it was when they said that. I was like, nope, cash only. Well, this person was constantly trying to get me to take a cashier's check or a money order or something like that. I was like, no, cash only. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't falling for the okie smoke again. Now, any other way, I would have took it. So it would have been somebody local. They would have gave me a cashier's check. I'd have been like, all right, cool. They would have had my computer. I would have took it to my bank and they would have said, this is no good. I wouldn't have been able to track that person down. They were free and clear. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have been able to track them down. They would have gave me the wrong number. I would have called their phone. It would have been like, this number has been disconnected. It just would have been all bad. You know what I'm saying? So then I would have had to try to use my IP address to track it down. And then once I did get it, it'd probably be stripped. And, they would have probably took it. And what they were going to do is take it and then sell it for a higher price. And then whoever would have, got sold to them, once they have a police report on it, they would have got caught for receiving stolen property. And it's just a whole bunch of mess. So, no. Don't do it. Cash only. But now you got to watch the cash. Like I've gone through a drive-through before to get something to eat, and the woman took my $20 and went like this. And I was like, what are you doing? She was like, I'm checking to see if it's counterfeit. And I was lightweight mad, but now I'm just like, okay, go ahead. Thank you very much. See if it's counterfeit. That's fine with me. Because you can get a counterfeit bill, and if you're not a counterfeit, you don't know if it's real or not. Next thing you know, the police are following you around because you have a counterfeit bill, but you don't even know if it's counterfeit. And that's what you're trying to be able to tell. They're like, we don't know if you know that you just received $200 in counterfeit bills. We don't know if you know this. So we're going to follow you around to see if you're part of the operation who's spreading counterfeit bills. And when they see that, you're completely oblivious to the fact that you have $500 worth of counterfeit bills. they kind of leave you alone, and or they might approach you and say, hey, can we see the money that you got last week on a whatever, and you show them. If you have cash on hand, most likely you're going to put it in the bank. But if you have cash on hand, they're going to approach you and say, can we see those dollars? And you're like, who are you? Federal police? Oh, crap. So that type of thing. But that type of thing is really going on. People are really spreading counterfeit bills out here on a regular, Yeah. Yeah, what up, Be at Ease? Yeah, it sounds, there's so much traffic coming in and out of Atlanta. You don't know who's really from there, who's not. There's just a lot going on down there. There was a lot going on down there when I lived there, some 7, 8 years ago. There's a lot. Wow, this is happening right in front of you right now. Damn. Bro, y'all got to do something about it. So what do y'all live in, the projects? Y'all live in the PJs, man? You must live in the PJs. Apartment complex, PJs. Yo, man, somebody gonna kill that dude. Oh, okay. Somebody gonna kill it. That's why he getting away with it. Because he in the business area. That's why he getting away with it. Because if he was in the PJs, man, he'd probably get beat up by now. Get your wheelchair out of it. We know you ain't about nothing, and you rich. Get up out of it. He would be getting clacked on the regular, but some people just want to go about their business and they don't want no smoke. So, those are the law-abiding citizens. Like, we don't want no smoke with this dude. Shopping centers and restaurants all around. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you get those people. Yeah, you can clown on those people all day because they don't want no smoke. They just want to go home, to their nice house and whatnot. Oh, sir, what do you need? Here's $1, sir. Here. Nah, you take that to the hood, they'd be like, get your monkey ass off the street. Punk. What wrong with you, boy? What wrong with you? Get the whooping his ass. Yo, that's crazy, man. And 5-0 probably right there, around there somewhere. They don't care. You can't put him in prison. You can put him in jail for a couple of nights. For I don't know what they would get him with. Disturbing the peace. Disturbing the peace. DTP out of St. Louis. They can get him for disturbing the peace. He got beat up plenty of times. He not going to windows and tell Mexicans and white people to give it up. Give up what, man? Give it up. Stop messing with me. Wilson. Yeah, he wheelchair trafficking. You can't play that game out here. Try that game downtown where we live. 5-0 will be on you so quick. 5-0 down here, downtown where I'm at, they're like the freaking Gestapo, man. I mean, they're riding on bikes. They're walking around there looking for you to say boo. I don't even go downtown no more. It's unsafe. You think with all those cops it's safe? No. You're no longer afraid of what the people are going to do. You're afraid of the police. You're like, like you're scared to death of the freaking police because you don't know what they're going to do. And they'll do anything. I'm good. I don't walk around downtown. And they're trying to make it seem like, oh, it's all nice and we built this all up. You didn't build that for everybody. Now you got a bunch of, they built these new apartments down there and charging people ridiculous amounts to live down there. So now the police presence is just freaking ridiculous. That ain't for everybody. That wasn't built for everybody. I don't even rock. I don't rock with them at all. I don't go downtown because I know the deal. If I got to go downtown, I do my business and I get the hell out of there. Yeah, that's my dude. He just stares at him like, what? What? Bill? What you gonna do? Huh? I'm on crack. I'm half out of my mind. I'm in a wheelchair. Do something. Do something about it. I dare you to do it. I get beat up twice a day. So what? Punk. Man. Do something about it. Oh my, it'll make it so bad, he ain't gotta live that way. He got plenty of bread. Oh my goodness. And they don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke. It costs way too much money for them to stop unnecessarily cost thousands and thousands of dollars, man. They don't want no smoke because if you hold them up, like hold them up, and they got to deal with cops. Oh my God, they lose so much money. Somebody gonna handle him, man. Somebody gonna handle him in the wrong way. You can't hold up people's money like that. Somebody gonna come see that dude, man. I feel bad for him. Because if 5-0 doesn't do nothing about it, then the streets will. You can't keep doing that. All those businesses around there, you messing with their money too. Somebody they're gonna come get that dude. They're gonna give him an ultimatum. Somebody gonna snatch him off that wheelchair. And he crapping everywhere too. Somebody gonna give him an ultimatum. It's not gonna be good either. Like, we know you're sane. It's not like you're crazy. We're gonna give you two choices. You either leave this area and go do that somewhere else, or we're gonna remove you from the earth. What do you want to do? We'll make sure you're doing it on another planet. So what are we doing? Yeah, roll your stupid ass on up out of here. You better go down to the next strip mall. I'm telling you, somebody gonna come see about that dude, man, and they not gonna be playing. They're not trying to hear nothing. Is it a nice apartment or is it like a roach infested, rats, termites type of deal? I feel bad for dude, man, because he might be a little bit out of his mind. See, he out of his mind. That dude is out of his mind. And there's a danger when you're out of your damn mind and you playing in traffic. You know, some people are like, oh, it's an act. Well, it's a dangerous act. He out of his mind. And eventually it's going to catch up to him. I'm telling you, man, that dude might not be alive too much longer. Because you're going to get in the wrong person's way and it'd probably be best for him to go to a mental hospital. But you might come across the wrong G. And they might be in one of them conversion vans with the extra bumper on the front. Or one of them, they might be in one of them cargo vans with the bulkhead. You might you get on the city bus with pockets full of money, but never pay. What? He hauled up the bus for 20 minutes arguing with the driver and then gets off laughing. Somebody gonna come see this dude, man. Somebody gonna come see this dude, man. Oh my God. Somebody is gonna come see this dude, man. Somebody gotta come see him, man. He just doing too much, bro. He just doing too much. You doing too much, man. He doing extra stuff, man. Somebody need to come see this dude, man. Like, they just need to remove him from, like, the whole state of North Carolina, man. Somebody need to take this dude, and I'm seriously, man. Somebody, you know what they need? They need to put him in another country. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. We're going to go ahead and deport you, but I'm a legal citizen. Not anymore. Yeah, we're finished with you, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of you. I'm serious, man. Somebody just need to come down and just, you know, put him in the back of one of them black vans and, and leave his wheelchair right there on the side of the road, put him in the van. You know what I'm saying? Tell him to sit tight. You're going for a long ride. Yeah, you might want to be still. You're going to go for a long ride, very long ride. You know, we'll make sure we feed you. You're going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? You get plenty of bathroom breaks, all that, you know. But you're going for a long ride. Well, he should be scared of you. You know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? You know he's full of malarkey. And that's all it takes is somebody to straighten him out. Let me see your punk ass in the street one more time and see what happens. You're like, all right, man. We ain't got to be like that, bro. I'm just, bro, I'm just out here getting money like everybody else. Nigga, you don't need no money. You already got money. Get your punk ass out the street. All right, man. Damn, boy, you got to be like that. He down there messing with them people who just really don't want no smoke, but I'm telling you, somebody gonna take him for a long ride. He gonna end up in the swamp somewhere, you know. This is your new home. All of this swamp area right here. And you're where you want to know where you're at? You're in Florida. These are the Florida marshes. This little hut right here is where you live. You need a boat to get out of here, and don't mind the alligators. You got a radio playing real loud while cars blowing. I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. Oh my God. Yo, why do you not have YouTube videos of this man? You would be getting paid right now. Oh my God. I would be videotaping this dude all day. This dude would be my YouTube content. I'm serious. I'd be getting mad ad revenues off of this idiot. Oh, my sweet goodness. And I would be breaking it down into 5-minute segments. I'll be like, I'm going to go out and see the wheelchair dude today. Let's see what he's going to do. I would have only 5-minute videos. Oh, my God, I'd be making so much money off of this dude. Oh, my God. Why do you not have a camera set up early in the morning till late at night just videotaping this idiot? Because he would be getting you mad dollars. Oh, sweet Christmas. Woo-wee! He is special. He extra special. he extra special. Oh, dude, do it. Get your money, bro. Get your money. It's a beautiful day, man. Go out there and record that dude. It don't matter. It don't matter. Put it under a segment of the homeless problem in North Carolina. Or something like, you know, is this guy crazy or not? You know, just filming him, or this police won't handle. You know, you call the police. I mean, you can make it a whole segment where you talk about how the police will not come and get this maniac and how he's holding up traffic. And truthfully, that might help you out, help get rid of him, because, you know, I'm sure there's a bunch of police complaints, but, you know, when complaints hit a certain level and the police aren't doing anything about it, then you get, you know, you start getting politicians involved, and they don't want to lose their job. So when the politicians get involved, you know, here we go. I know, because I used to work for a politician. So him being retarded has nothing to do with it. I would start filming it because it's a he's a nuisance. He's disturbing the peace, and the police aren't doing anything about it. But I bet there's plenty of politicians down there who will do something about it if it gets in the if it bothers them enough. Like, we need to do something about this guy. They'll do something about him. I've seen it happen. I wouldn't have anything to do with him. Because he's just wasting people's time. He's being a nuisance on purpose. There's nothing wrong with him. He's got money. He's got a place to go. Yeah, he just wants, I wouldn't have anything to do with him. I wouldn't, because then they'll ban me. And I like going into these stores. Like, no, get away from me. You're just an asshole. You could be out here helping people, but you're out here, you know, just asking to get your ass whooped on the daily. And then when it happens, you actually like it. It's like, how much attention do you want? You want somebody to gun you down in broad daylight in traffic so this can be where your legacy ends? Like, what do you really want? You want to get hit by one of these 30-ton vehicles? You know, keep playing around. Somebody's going to call your bluff and not give a damn. There are plenty of not give a damn people running through this state, and one of them is going to run your ass clean over. And guess what? Nobody's going to give a damn because they know who you are. Like, this dude been harassing us for years. We don't care. We don't give a damn. Oh, he's all broke up in the hospital? Well, Jesus wept. Yeah. Sad, man. It's so sad. He's just a sad person. I gotta go, man. I gotta go get something to eat. I'm telling you, man, I've seen the same thing before, and that guy's dead. All right, bro. I gotta go. And to the other two people who are on, thanks for stopping by. You guys take it easy. God loves you.